To install R and RStudio on OS X, we'll first open a web browser and go to the course material. This is chriswoods.com/beginning-R. To install R and RStudio, you must have admin access to your Mac, otherwise you will not be able to install the software. If you do have admin access to your Mac, then scroll down and you will find the links to first install R and then install RStudio. First, we will install R. We will open the link for OS X in a new tab. As you can see, right at the top there is a link to download the R package. If you click on this, it will be downloaded. I have already downloaded this package and it is available in my downloads folder. I will now click on this and this will open the installer. If I click continue, this will now install the package. I will accept all of the defaults. The license agreement is GPL, this is open source. The package will now be installed and I'll use my password to enable the installation. The password gives admin access to enable this package to be installed for all users of this computer. Installation may take some time, so please do be patient. Once the package is installed, we can close the installer and we can move the file to the bin. Next, we install RStudio. If we scroll down, we can find the link here to the RStudio website. We will open this in a new tab. To install RStudio, there are two versions. There's RStudio Desktop and RStudio Server. We will be installing RStudio Desktop. There's the open source edition, which is free, and there's a professional edition, which is a paid-for solution. We will be using the open source free edition. As we said, we will be using RStudio Desktop, the open source free edition, so you'll click the download link here. This is the link to now download RStudio for Mac. If we click on this, it will download the file. I have downloaded this already, and it is available in my downloads folder. If I now click on the downloaded file, it will now open this as a disk image. And I will close my browser. To install, I need to move the RStudio icon into the Applications folder. This will install RStudio to Applications. It may take some time and you may be asked for a password. Once this is finished, I can close the window and I can unmount the installation disk. RStudio has now been installed. It is now available in Applications. If I scroll down, I can see RStudio here. Clicking on the icon will start the program. Be patient as this may take some time on the first time you run it. Now, because this application has been downloaded from the internet, OS X is asking me to say whether or not I wish to open it. Because I installed the application, I will click open because I know that this is correct. RStudio will now open. What you should see now, once this is loaded, will be the standard RStudio opening screen. Be patient as sometimes it can take a while to start, particularly on the first time that it is run. This is the standard RStudio start screen. It is beginning to load things up, so we'll give it a few seconds. We will enable automated crash reporting, as this will enable the RStudio developers to be able to understand why the application crashes if it does. And you only need to click that the first time you install and run the package. What we can see here is we have the standard RStudio screen, we have the console on the left, and we have a file browser on the right. We're going to be using the terminal, so we will click on the Terminal tab at the top in the middle. This starts a terminal prompt just as if we opened a terminal console on our main screen. Next, we're going to create a new file, so we'll go to File, New File, and RScript to create a new file in which we will write some R. This has created a window here in which we can type some R commands. I'm going to type in print, double quote, hello from R exclamation mark, close double quote, close round bracket. And this will be the command in R to print hello from R to the screen. I will now save this file by clicking on the save icon. We can now choose a name for this file. I will call it script.r and I will save it. You should see that this file has been saved to the file browser. I can now run this file by typing rscript, script.r, noticing the R is capital, script is in lowercase, and then this final R is capital. This will run the script, and now running the command print hello from R, you will see that R has now printed hello from R to the screen. You are now ready, RStudio and R have been installed on your computer, and you are ready to move on with the rest of the workshop material.